Once again, welcome back to the Ukwako Outlook, the YouTube channel where we talk matters wellness, mental health. We've talked about mental health, we've talked about addiction, and today we are talking about wellness with our previous guest we had on our show, Anne the Rain. She was here and we were able to talk a lot. We talked about meditation and wellness practice. We talked about food and body, and we want at least to transition from where we left last time so that she can take us a little deeper on this journey of wellness, travel, mental, etc. And last time I introduced you, but I want you now to introduce yourself. You are a filmmaker, you're a YouTuber. I mean, you wear so many hats, all right? Without further ado, I want you to please would you introduce yourself today to our viewers?
Okay, thank you so much for having me on your show. My name is Anne, as you've heard, or Anyambura. I am a wellness advocate specializing with self improvement through lifestyle.
Mhm.
I'm also a filmmaker, a YouTuber, and an author.
Wow. And author, she's done a book, Travel Tells. And welcome.
Thank you.
And by the way, before we continue, let me give a shout out to Pride In for the space and supporting the work that we do. They have hotels in Mombasa, they have hotels in Nairobi. You can always reach out to them, check their website, and whenever you reach out, tell them you've been referred to them by the Okwako Outlook, the Geoffrey Jefferson. And here we want to start our conversation today. And Anne, I don't know if I may ask you, I had an impromptu question I wanted to ask you before, but that will come later. I want us to talk about travel, and travel for mental wellness. Some people think that traveling is just traveling. Some people work from January to January; they have no holiday. And in your conversation, I have watched your YouTube videos, and you also have a book here written, Travel and Tales. I haven't read it, but I will definitely read it. I know it talks more about travel for mental wellness. So if I may ask, in what way does traveling, especially international travel, contributes equally to mental wellness compared to other self-care practices?
Okay, it's intentional, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be international, but it's intentional traveling.
Oh, yes, intentional travel. Yeah, sure. Actually, it's supposed to be in what way does travel, especially intentional travel, not actually international, intentional travel contribute to um, uniquely, uniquely to mental wellness and compared to other self care? Yeah.
Based on how we are feeling when you tune into ourselves, we should decide what kind of travel do I want to take part in. Have you ever gone on a trip and come back home and felt you're a new person?
Yeah.
That is the power of
You feel you want to change everything in this house. This looks. Yeah.
That is the power of travel.
Uh-huh.
So instead of just traveling for the fun of it,
Mm-hmm.
which is also good because travel brings joy. Joy is very good for our wellness.
Yeah.
So intentional travel is knowing why you want to travel. Sometimes you want to just calm down,
Yeah.
relax, and be with your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So you can book for a staycation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want something adrenaline filled, you want adventure.
Yeah.
Then you can choose to go on a bike riding escapade
Yeah.
somewhere where there is a lot more activity.
Mm-hmm.
So when you intentionally choose what you want, you get more out of the travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that you choose.
Oh, okay. So, travel is what it also contributes a lot to mental wellness, right?
Yes.
It's something that it's a practice that people should intentionally intend to do. Because some people, so I don't know whether this is only Africa, but because it in Africa it's very hard. Let me say for the few friends I have around Kenya, it's very hard to see somebody working and saving for holiday. It's very very hard.
True.
Yeah, you sometimes you ask somebody, do you go for holiday? Because they used to say they used most of my friends they used to tell me they normally tell me, why do you waste money going for a holiday? But and wait until one time I was sharing previously with our previous guest how I was when I had a problem with mental health, and I would drive to nowhere, just go to a forest somewhere, and I mean, but I didn't know that I had a problem with mental health. However, you see, the travel also helped me a lot because that time when I'm traveling, it relaxes me. But when I come back, after sometimes I feel like I still need to do more of this travel. So travel is good for mental wellness, right? Yeah.
Yes. When you step into new spaces and new patterns,
Mhm.
you're able to reduce the burnout that comes from working every day, your routine. You break your routine. So when you leave that routine and go somewhere else, you're able to look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
So it reduces stress. You see a bigger world view. You
Yeah.
also notice that the world is bigger than your problems. Yes, you're going through this and this, but when you just step out of it, you see the world is bigger than your problems, and that way you're able to um, look at so have new ways to solve what you're going through.
Yeah.
Reprioritize things in your life.
Yeah, it gives you a different view of how you look at things.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. So for someone feeling burnout or stuck in a rut, how can planning or embarking on a trip serve as a powerful catalyst for mental rejuvenation and gaining new perspective?
Okay. For somebody who's stuck in a rut, first what they need to do is they look at the budget they have, because stepping out and just taking a walk in nature can serve you as well.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have so much money, you just work with what you have. If you have more, like if you are in Nairobi, for example,
Yeah.
you can join your local gym. Local gyms these days uh, they have schedules
Yeah.
where they plan a walk to the park, or
Yeah.
people they jog to the park. I see.
Yeah,
gyms
it
doing
does.
that.
I'm actually in one of the groups. We do the walking, like we walk to the park, or maybe you just take just walking on the road, or sometimes just running, and then you come back together, then you share the experience, or maybe go for hike, things like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
going for a hike. You can go to Karura Forest.
Yeah.
You can either walk or choose to cycle if you want some more adventure.
Yeah.
You can choose to go with your friends or make friends at the gym. These are some places where a person can start.
Okay.
Just being outside in nature helps you to unwind and relax and ground yourself. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So walking, taking a trip to go somewhere quiet, it works very well for your mental wellness. So many people associate travel with the stress and logistics. What are your tips for making a travel truly stress reducing and mentally uplifting exercise or experience?
True, the logistics are sometimes like crazy because now you have to think who is who's gonna pick you up from where you are with your bags. Maybe you're carrying bags and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're well off,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think um, it's important to get people who plan trips for you
Mm-hmm.
because it will lower
Like a
a lot
tour,
of
a
stress.
tour company, something of the sort.
Yes, getting like a tour company
Mm-hmm.
or somebody who has already traveled to the place to guide you.
Yeah, how to go about it.
Yes, it is worth it. It will be worth the stress
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to go through if you plan the trip yourself.
Excellent. Let me ask you this question. I was looking for it. What do you think happens psychologically or spiritually when you step out of everyday environment?
You know, remember when we talked in our first episode about the conscious mind, the unconscious mind, and the universal mind?
Yeah.
The universal mind being in nature. Spiritually, that's how God talks to us.
Yeah.
In silence. When we are in silence, that's when we get little nudges or enlightenment. That's when you're outside.
Yeah.
In fact, every day you should put your phone down and go outside in nature for at least 15 minutes.
Just
without
walk.
your phone.
You leave the
You
phone
can walk
out in the house.
Yes.
Not today's world. Today's world, even in Karura forest or wherever, when we're going to run, you'll see everybody's busy with the phone and they're running. I mean, like
Okay.
that is a distraction in a way.
It is a distraction.
Okay.
But you can still use it to your benefit because you can set a timer and say for 15 minutes, I want some me time.
Yeah. How about music when you're running and it's right here, you're listening to music? Is it also a distraction?
It's a distraction because, you know, people, this is something a lot of people don't know, but you can be addicted to emotions as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this music you're listening to, it brings about a certain emotion in you.
Yeah.
And we are trying to unwind.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you listen to that song today, tomorrow, the next day, you have a repetitive pattern.
Yeah.
So why not just be you, the environment, and the universe talking to you so that you get
I really get that. How do you balance the need to wander with the need to stay grounded?
That's a nice question.
Yeah.
By making sure that you're being intentional in everything that you do. Be intentional. Even if you want, be intentional. If you want to wander, that means you're looking for something exciting and joyful.
Yeah.
Why not intentionally plan an activity that will bring about the same emotions? That way you are safe, you know? You're not just wandering aimlessly.
Yeah.
People know where you are, you're accountable.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are targeting something.
Yes.
Okay. And do you think one has to travel far to experience that shift, or can we find wellness even in local exploration?
Actually, Kenya is a very beautiful country, and people who have not traveled don't know that.
Yeah.
So we can as well get grounded even within our environment. Like there's some malls that have a green park.
Yeah.
You can just go there and feel as relaxed as a person who's traveled so far looking for the same relaxation.
Yeah.
So you can use your environment, use what you have, go where you can.
Perfect. And how do you prepare your mind and your body before travel, especially when the goal is healing?
Nice question.
Yeah.
So, something you can do is,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to heal, you are choosing to go for an activity driven holiday,
Mm-hmm.
you can choose some time of the day
Yeah.
and choose to rest during that time of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You can carry a journal. Journaling is another wellness practice that is very important.
Mm-hmm.
That will help you pour out your emotions,
Mm-hmm.
figure out your thoughts. And by journaling your travel activities, it can help you learn from the activities and also heal.
Mm.
So if you write what you're going through, you pour what you're going through, and now you can have new emotions and new feelings and new thoughts.
So it's important always to journal. Because I had that practice before. I don't know where where it went. I would journal literally everything. I don't know where I put that book. It was a green book. I remember it was big. I need to look for that book. I think I might have left it elsewhere. I just don't know. So has travel ever confronted you with your own shadow, and how did you respond?
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. It did, because I was traveling for work,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I was going to the coast
Mm-hmm.
to chill on the beach and just enjoy the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But I was traveling for work. Apparently, the the story I was going to cover, it was very heartbreaking.
Okay.
It was a very heartbreaking story. So, in fact, I got trauma from the trip.
Oh, sorry for that. Uh-huh.
So, it is very important to to realize what is happening. So, for me, I expected a trip to go enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
but now I was covering a very emotional story. I did not enjoy that trip, but it's okay. I have more stories like that in the book.
Yeah, the same book, this one?
Yes.
All right, I'll have to get gist of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how did I confront it?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember just sitting down after the trip when I came back. When I came back home,
Mm-hmm.
I decided I'll be more intentional in choosing the trips that I go to and the assignments that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Beyond exotic destination, how can even short or local trip or we call staycation be leveraged for mental health wellness benefit?
Okay. So a staycation, you can book a staycation when you want to relax and unwind. Something else is solo travel builds confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So when you travel alone,
Yeah.
and you go somewhere, you need to talk to new people.
Yeah.
You need to maybe they're even speaking a different language. It builds your confidence.
Yeah.
It also builds independence. It also builds self-awareness. You connect with yourself. Time alone in a new place fosters reflection and personal growth.
Okay.
For example, when you go for a staycation, you're able to, um, like the journal you wrote a long time ago.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
next time on your trip, on a solo trip, carry that journal.
Yeah.
And
You write
reflect
something
on
new.
how you've grown since what
Since
you were
that time.
writing. You see, you're being accountable to yourself as well. If you're not seeing a therapist right now, who else is keeping you accountable?
Yeah.
Now through the journals, you can be accountable to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how can we integrate the positive mental shifts and expanded perspectives gained from travel into our everyday lives once we return home from the staycation or wherever? Yeah. So
How to integrate what you've learned
yes.
in the normal life.
Yeah.
I think even naturally, without you intentionally wanting to do that. Intentionally, when you come back home, you're already a new person because of how you are as a spiritual being. If you learn something, the unconscious practices sometimes.
Yeah.
Because there are unconscious lessons you learn naturally, you come back home, you practice the unconscious practices that you've learned from the other place. And for example, if you go, when you come back, you reprioritize your life to what is more important.
Yeah.
If it was a cultural trip, for example, when you see how other people live, you're able to appreciate where you're from and even appreciate other cultures more.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a spiritual thing that is you learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone wanted to plan his first wellness trip. What would you advise? What would you advise them to consider? If what somebody is planning to is planning a wellness trip, what would somebody consider in that trip?
Okay. I would advise them to start where they are, use what they have, and go where you can, depending with what they want. And also, they need to first go inside themselves. They need to introspect.
To do introspection.
Yes. And find out what they want for the trip.
Wow. I saw a quote somewhere. It was just
Page 24 is my favorite quote.
Page 24, your favorite quote. I do see travel as a radical act. That one, right?
Yes.
I do see travel as a radical act because it is an act which expands our consciousness and awareness of the world around us. Travel is a gateway to expansion, which leads to self expression, and it is through authentic self expression that one becomes empowered. New spaces demands a new way to being. They demand adoption and evolution. It is this evolution which frees us from the self-imposed limitation we internalize when faced stagnation. Travel is an invitation to grow. Tell us about this. I mean, this is a quote from
Ebon Davis.
Ebon Davis. He's an African author.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What really inspired you to do to include this quote in your book?
Because of that last statement about growth, how you come back home and how to integrate what you've learned from the travel to your daily life. So you find travel just enables you to grow exponentially, spiritually even, when you come back home. So you might think that it's not really important how you are saying Africans don't see the need.
Of travel. I see that most people tell me that stop. They call me Mzungu. Mzungu in Kenya, I mean in Africa. In Kenya, it's a Swahili word meaning a white person. Especially when I'm telling my friends, I'm saving for my August holiday, and they're like, you are saving for your August holiday, but why? But for me, actually, because with the family that raised me, we used to travel a lot. We used and whenever we travel, there is something that will always happen to me. So I have grown knowing that when you change environment, like I think I shared with the previous guest on the show, but this is what I was saying. There was a time I lived in a certain city. I don't want to mention the name of the city, and then something happened in that city, and that is where my downfall began. Like it was sort of like I was excommunicated from a certain denomination. So one of the things that helped me was to change environment, and I really resonate very well with what what we are discussing today, because it's a journey I've also like walked, how changing environment, how it has actually helped, how when I travel, how I feel when I'm traveling. And when I take a holiday, like this year I haven't gone for holiday, but I'm going very soon. I feel like I'm missing out something.
Yes.
So I really love this quote.
Yes. So it's a radical act.
Yes.
Something that you don't even need to think about.
Mm-hmm.
We should get there as Africans who don't want to travel.
Yeah.
It's a radical act because you learn so much.
Yeah.
from traveling.
Yeah. So, and I know you have traveled extensively, because you talk about travel. Even the book itself is about travel. I know you've traveled extensively, not just for fun, but for reflection and healing. What role does travel play in your mental health wellness? I mean, in your mental wellness.
It's very important because when you're stuck in a routine, your cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, is high.
Oh.
So when you break routine and be in new spaces, when you look at the problems you were having just yesterday or a day before, those those things tend to not exist, even not to be a problem sometimes. Yeah.
Well,
So when you break your routine, travel, you're able to see things from a wider perspective. And like when you're in a routine, maybe your issue is you're eating the same food every day. Once you just travel, you get new ideas immediately. Yeah.
Can you share a specific trip or a location that had a deep impact on your inner life?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I'll be preempting my book.
Okay, you would be, but now this is just,
Okay.
it's an impromptu, I mean, it's a question.
Okay.
Probably somebody would also want to take that kind of a trip for his
Okay.
mental wellness here.
What happened is I joined boarding school at a very young age.
Okay.
I don't know. People have gone when they were younger, but for me, I entered boarding school in class 4.
Class 4, you were young.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years?
Yes.
Gee, you were so young.
And of course, I went to high school boarding, so I've been by myself a lot since I went even to campus. Yeah. So, I started playing sports while in primary school, and then I got a chance to go to a trip, and I was in a good private primary school, and I went to an international private school.
Wow, that's awesome. So, group of schools.
Yes.
We are dealing with a group of school here. So, all right.
So on that trip, and it was a 1-week trip, I learned so much, and I was so young. So I learned new sports. I was just amazed at how people lived, even because I stayed in a dorm where we were many of us in a dorm. But in the international school, we were only 2 people in a room. The facilities were excellent.
But 2 people in the room.
Yes. So I was very impressed with this lifestyle.
Hey, that was amazing.
Yeah, so that was one of the trips that had a very major impact in my life. Because I knew there was so much out there in the world that I had not seen yet.
If somebody is struggling and thinking that travel is for the whites, something, what would be your advice to a person like that? Like, at least I want us to talk to our fellow Africans, especially Kenyans. I think, but Africans as a whole. But although we are waking up, Africa is actually waking up. I travel a lot. I also meet most of my friends in other countries and from Africa and Rwanda. So it's something that people are embracing. So for the people who think that maybe traveling is a waste of time, is waste of money, it doesn't add any value, what advice would you give to that person?
I would tell them to, first of all, if they've not traveled, they should take their first trip.
They should give it a try.
Yes.
It is a good experience.
Yes.
Perfect. So we are going to take a commercial break, and we will be back to continue with Anne the Rain, the author, the YouTuber, and the filmmaker. And we're still going to dig deeper. We want to understand the holistic wellness blueprint of who Anne is when we come back in our next section. And thank you so much. See you in the next segment. Bye bye.